Hello and welcome to the SimNews.TV, the road test of the Formula E Energized pack, and I'll be taking you through it. I'm Kacper and Josh, and with me is Joshua Anderson.
Heyo!
So it is a completely new piece of car and track pack, and Josh is going to take you through the fact.
Yep, so the Formula E Energized pack, new official content by Studio 397 in collaboration with the FIA and Formula E on this. Modelled after the 2017-2018 season of Formula E, so all the teams and drivers from that are represented in this pack, and it's very, very good looking, I have to say that much. It currently contains as well the actual full pack. You can buy the car and track separately, but the track included with the pack is the Hong Kong track, the Formula E circuit, the real race of which is actually taking place this weekend, so you can preview it for yourself before the drivers and teams have a go around it. And well, the car itself, if you want to buy it by its own, is €4.99 or anything that's regional equivalent to where you live. And €7.99, €7.99 rather, for the track, and €9.75 if you buy the pack with both in. So, you know, a slightly more better value to get the pack, but you can still buy them both separately. And it seems like there is more tracks to come in a future date as well, although that is not included in this price, and they will be released separately to this pack that's been released today.
Yes, that's what I've been hearing, and let's go briefly through some information about the cars and the tracks. So there's some innovation in these cars. These cars are the first electric car officially in Rfactor 2, and that brings in some of new technology. Of course, electric cars work in a slightly different manner than any kind of a combustion engine car, and they require regenerative braking, which is a big part of these cars, and it is adjustable, and it does feed back into the battery. Of course, we do also have a battery simulation, and we do have essentially what is a simulated car swap, although it is not the same. It is not exactly a car swap. However, it does give you a pit in, allowing you to free repair and to recharge your batteries. And for the first time in our Factor 2, we actually aren't simulating a car that does not burn fuel, but we actually have battery simulation.
Yeah, that's awesome, because, you know, it opens up the future of potentially hybrid cars to use a similar sort of recharge model, and it's great that, you know, you can actually get energy back under braking all this with the regen modes that the car has and in the setup options, and you can actually even adjust the amount of power the car puts out, anywhere from 110 kilowatts to 200 kilowatts. It's really good in that sense, and I think it is really innovative. It opens the door for future potential maneuvers in other official content.
Yes, it does, and it allows us to definitely see some more content like LMP1s possibly in the future, and it's a very, very exciting prospect, and I'm really hoping that this is going to lead a new way in our Factor 2. Which this leads me to, how do these cars drive? Because they're quite a bit different. I feel that personally, from my side, these cars are quite tricky to get right, and they're very odd when you get your grips first with them. They have this very sudden feeling on the regen braking, and you're not used to it from the combustion engine cars, and they generally are low downforce. They're not that fast. They only reach about 200 kilometers an hour. However, it is all designed for a steady track, as is Hong Kong in this case.
Yeah, they are really designed around these tight tracks, and I actually took a couple of laps before, and it was really weird, and I actually felt the cars performed better on low downforce. It's like putting loads of downforce on makes them a bit more unstable in the slower corners, because with, you know, the nature of an electric motor, it's pretty much instant torque. You know, it's not like where revolutions per minute, where it goes like more and more revs, you'll get progressively more and less torque. It's all instant, so you can actually get a lot of oversteer in low speed corners, so low downforce actually helped me negotiate that a bit more, as well as putting the brake bias a bit further in front than I was used to. But for the most part, they're a very different, challenging car, and I am starting to come round to them. I wasn't sure at first, but I definitely like them as an experience.
I think they're very nice to drive, to be perfectly honest, and you can adjust the power, the torque management, and that basically shift the power curves either up or down as a whole, since electric motors work in a completely different way to combustion engines, and they have a constant torque initially, and then they change into constant power mode, and it makes the car feel a little bit different, especially at higher revs, because the car just does not care about which gear it's in. It's very interesting. They're only 2-speed at this point as well, so no differing gearboxes for different cars. And just briefly, what do we think about pricing? I personally think that the tracks, if maintained at this value for the future tracks each, is a bit too expensive in my personal opinion. However, the track and the car for $9.75 I think is a fairly good deal.
I am a bit hung up on the pricing, I must admit. You know, it's great that the car's only $4.99. That's actually really, you know, quite low. I was actually expecting it to be a bit more. But the track, you know, itself just being $7.99. Again, I can kind of understand that this is the first time they're doing that, so they kind of need to set the price that's going to, you know, get them a decent amount of money and at the same time make it attractive. But, you know, it kind of encourages you to buy the pack because it's basically you're buying the pack and you get it in the car for about €2 when it's supposed to be 4. And you look at $7.99, that's getting quite close to iRacing prices for cars and tracks. And, you know, for Rfactor 2, I think it needs to try and distance itself from iRacing because it is different.
I think so as well, and I think that's pretty much it, to be honest, because I don't think there's too much more to add. So at this point, I'd like to thank everybody for watching, and hopefully I would highly recommend to at least give this car a go, because I think it's worth the price, personally. So give this car a go, have fun, and hopefully see you in the next one.